Hello everyone, I am Ganesh Ram. Today I am excited to share my entire learning journey in full stack development and DevOps. I want I want to walk you through how I moved from complete beginner in course 101 all the way to advanced production levels in 501 and finally into the world of cloud and DevOps. It all started with 101. This was my foundation. I learned the building blocks of HTML, CSS. It was about making things look good and setting up the structure. And next, then come 201, JavaScript. This is where things started getting interactive. I did not just learn the syntax, I actually built a small dynamic cap, capture project that was a huge confidence booster because it wasn't just code anymore, it was a working future. And moving to the 301, I dove into advanced JavaScript. Just about variables anymore. It learned about the DOM, document object model, and how to validate forms. This was my first real step towards understanding how a backend might eventually works. Then came the big shift, 401. This was where I picked up Node.js and Express. This was the moment I trans, trans transition from a front-end designer to a full-stack developer. I built my first true full-stack web project here. The most important thing I learned was session handling. Understand how to keep a user logged in, and finally grasping exactly how the front-end and back-end talk to each other. It connects all the dots for me. But 401 just the start. 501 was advanced backend. This is where I learned to build production ready projects. I started using MongoDB for the databases and implemented secure authentication. It wasn't just about making it work anymore, it was about structure. By the end of 501, I was able to build structured, scalable projects. I gained a solid understanding of how to architect a web application so it doesn't crash when it scales. I felt like I truly understand the ecosystem of building a web app. And this is my 501 backend course. And now, after completing this 401 to 501, we go through the DevOps. Once I knew how to build the app, I need to learn how to maintain and deploy it. That's where I entered the world of DevOps. I started with AWS. First, I learned the EC2 instance for computation and handled Linux deployments manually. I also learned the S3 S3 for storing files efficiently. But DevOps is about automation. I learned how Jenkins can automate our work to essentially reduce manpower and manual errors. I used Maven to manage build life cycles for enterprise level projects. And I also touched on the basics concepts of Kubernetes for learned about networking security using VPC and IAM permissions. This phase taught me that writing code is one half the battle, deploying it securely and efficiently is one other half. And looking back, this journey took me from writing simple HTML tag to deploy scalable applications on the cloud. I now have the complete picture, web app, full stack plus DevOps. I can build the interface, handle the logic, structure the basis, database, and deploy the whole infrastructure of on AWS. It's been a long journey from 101 to where I am now, but every step added a crucial piece to the puzzle. Thank you, everyone.